Hello Action Force fans, welcome back to another playtime. Of course, my name is Riley and I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm presenting another Series 2 figure for you guys, of course being Trigger, as you can see, front of the packaging here. And then he is number 2 in the line, so I've already done number 1, which is Rollout. So they pretty much have the same packaging, just with, of course, the file card to go with Trigger instead of Rollout, and then the artwork for Trigger instead of Rollout. So these two are basically the same, other than the size of the box, which I showed you in the last video. This one is about half the size. Still haven't figured out why some of the figures in the earlier waves were like that. So that's basically the whole box. Of course, the top and the bottom is going to be the same on just about every box. Nothing you really need to know unless you're a baby, I guess. So you do get your 2 action points. That's not going away. I'm going to go ahead and open them up and just jump right in. Okay, so starting off, I'm just going to go ahead and get through the accessories since there are not that many with this figure. So we'll start off with the biggest one. We have his saw here with that removable sort of bipod, which you can move up and down and take off. Of course, it does come separate in the packaging, so it won't break, hopefully, whenever you get yours, or whenever you did get yours, hopefully it didn't break because of the way it was packaged. It has a nice two-tone of black and tan, which I quite like. And even though this figure does not come with the muzzle flashes, there are muzzle flashes that will fit this. If you are new to the line and did not know that, you could have that. So, of course, that's painted and removable magazine, but I'm not going to remove it. You could just pull it straight down. I don't want to risk breaking mine. I don't ever really remove them. It does kind of look like mine might be slightly bent, but I'll fix that later. So yeah, there's not a lot to talk about here. Just a little bit of paint apps, some nice black contrast on that tan. I kind of like it. I like that the bullets are a little bit different. The casings are wrapped in black, so sort of fitting. I don't really know how to explain it. Also, still sick, so you might hear me sniffling. Hopefully you guys don't mind. So here's my controversial piece here that I don't really love, but I do like the thought of it. You get the headset that you can put on the figure and remove it at any time, but because you can move it at any time, my problem with Blowback, who is the only other figure I have that has this, and maybe the only other figure in the line, could be wrong, that has a sort of headset that's removable, and it's also completely different from this one, by the way. It's just not practical. I would rather have an alternate head sculpt with that on there rather than it be removable because it always falls off. He comes with an MX9 that's black, which we've seen numerous times. Don't really know what to say about that. I don't really love this weapon. I would have preferred a different sidearm, maybe some more diversity in the sidearms from the last few. I think, yeah, like the last few figures I got have, knocking over my stuff, that same MX9, and none of them are painted. They're all exactly just thrown in there the same color. If they weren't just solid black, I would prefer it, but I don't really know. I don't hate the idea of using the same weapon, but it would have been nice to just see some slight diversity. Trying to put keep wanting to call him Blowback rollout on standing him up. So other than that, we only have hands. We have all the hands are the same color, so I'm just going to show you. These are the ones that come on in the package, and they are a nice different set of color scheme here from the other ones that I have in my collection, and they'd be great for kit bashing. So the last accessory he comes with is, of course, that stupid stand. By stupid, I just mean the color. Not totally joking here, guys, but he does come with the same stand that most figures come with. I'm not actually dissing it, I just don't really care for it. So getting into the figure himself, of course, why do I keep saying that? Guys, bear with me. I tried to get that sort of headgear on, and I think with this hat it won't fit the way I would like it to, so it looks sort of ugly. If we zoom in on that, if that's sitting way too high, the microphone is way too high. They're not even all the way down on his ears all that well. I'm trying to finesse it and I can't get it to work like at all. I think maybe this was either supposed to be molded straight for the microphone like my blowbacks is supposed to be way out here, or maybe these need to be longer and they just weren't. It doesn't work all that well, or maybe they're not even supposed to go on him. They're supposed to just sit around his head or something. I don't know. I know that microphone's going to get in the way of that, so I don't know what to do with these. I'm probably never going to display mine with those anyways. Might throw those on someone else's head. Maybe they'll fit better. But anyways, the character, the figure, let's just talk about Trigger. So he strikes me as sort of a great dad that loves to smoke cigars and fist fight for some reason. I really love his color scheme. You guys know I love green, and something about green and tan together just looks great. I really like these pants that he has that are unique to him. I really do enjoy the sort of lighter green, more pastel maybe is the right word for that, and then the sort of darker green to match everything else. And I like that tank top a lot. It's different from the Slaughter that I have, even though it's the same upper torso. Like the torso is the same molding and all that, and these are all, of course, the same parts that have been on other figures. He does feel different enough, and it does help that he has that webbing sort of vest. I don't really know what to call that, but I do like that accessory as well. It does fit very nice. I'm not sure if it comes off. I'm sure it does. I don't know how to take it off. If you guys want to let me know what part of the vest pops, that'd be cool. Maybe I'll take mine off at some point, or if it doesn't, I can just slip it off some kind of way. Take the head off, maybe pull the arms back, and I'm sure it can come off some kind of way. So I might have mine displayed without the vest at some point, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I do like that he doesn't have a jacket, and he is super tight right now for posing, so that's a good thing and also a bad thing. But I have one complaint with that. This is really loose on this leg, but otherwise he's very well put together. He's not too tight, not too loose, except for that one spot. It's not floppy or anything, but I can tell it might be in the future. So his build, his mold, his paint, I don't really see many flaws. He's pretty good. He looks sort of like the character that would be running with what I could imagine sort of that 80s action hero look to him. He kind of looks like he should be in Predator as well. Like he's getting ready for jungle warfare or going to the desert, but also like a desert that turns into a jungle or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a military guy. You guys should know that by now. But I really do like this color scheme, and I don't want to spend too much time talking on it, but the green, I'm not going to get over it. I'm definitely a sucker for this color scheme. I think Valaverse did a great job designing this character and bringing him into figure form. So the boots are also that two-tone paint that you can see on his hands. They're more black than that sort of tan, brownish tan. I don't know what to call that color. It's kind of like mostly a tan base coat, then brown over the top, but also like green over the top of that mixed in. It's kind of like honestly, just like a poopy looking tan there, but it matches the rest slightly. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put him up to the closest green character that I have, being my Delta Trooper, who is currently loading a mag and dropping his weapon, and he needs to be adjusted. So I think this looks pretty good next to him. Trigger could be like a team leader or something. I don't know. I feel like these guys would never go together. One thing I did miss, he has the Action Force logo on his hat, and I've seen a lot of people flip this hat around, and I think the front-facing look would be better, but I don't want to do that to mine, so hopefully in the future we get a either an accessory pack or an upgraded, like a version 2 with that hat flipped around, maybe with a different color scheme for the hat, maybe a different color for the beard or something. I don't know. I do like this character a lot. I don't really know what to say about him other than he just looks great visually. And I'm sure posing him was going to be a lot of fun. He has the means to make a great figure since he has those great kit bashing arms that you could pop off and have a sleeveless look for someone. If you wanted to make version 1 Slaughter look more like version 2, you could put his arms and his vest there, but you would probably have to do a little bit of paint work. Or you could just, honestly, you could full on torso swap them and put Slaughter's head on them. So here's Desert Rat, one of my other named characters that I have, and I think Trigger and Desert Rat look really good together. So there's that. And then the only other named character I have close by is Rollout. So you've got your number 1 and your number 2 looking completely different, even though they're the same. Like, they're all in the same team, but every character is unique in the Action Force team. And I like that within this universe there are guys like that are completely different color schemed and look completely different. And then you have the uniformed characters as well that are very much sort of more realistic military rather than sort of sci-fi fantasy military that we got going on here with this, because they look completely different even though they're the same team. That's all I can say. I can't think of anything better to describe that right now. But I like the diversity there, where you could build a team of full on, like, they're from the same squad, almost clones, and then you can build a team that's completely different that all sort of work well together. And that's really great thing about Action Force in general, which I probably say too much, is just there's so much customization there that I really do like. So here is my Spec Ops Trooper with that Spec Ops gear pack. Let's zoom out a little bit so you can see more of them as well. And none of these figures really look like they would go together on a shelf or on a mission per se, but they all do look pretty good together. So here's my other Spec Ops Trooper with that security enforcement pack as well. And just with these couple characters sitting in front of you, you could kit bash all day, every day, and I really do like that. So that's going to wrap up my review. I don't really have too much else to say about them. I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded as fast as possible for you guys. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you subscribe for more, because I'm getting Series 3 of Action Force with the full female wave coming in within the next couple weeks. I'm sure the ice and snow will delay it a little bit, so I don't know when exactly it'll be here, but stay tuned for that, because I ordered one of each of those characters. And the last thing I want to say here, guys, is kind of a surprise for you on camera here. I've showed this off in my shorts, but I just want to show it off in an actual video. So if you stayed this long, let me know what I should do with this Steel Brigade, who was packaged completely backwards, and I don't know. Like, this is the first figure I've ever gotten packaged backwards. I'm sure he's perfectly fine, and you guys probably think I did this, but he's still completely taped. I haven't even opened him because I just wanted to get your thoughts here. Should I leave this and display it like this and just buy another Steel Brigade to put on the shelf, or should I just open this one because it doesn't really matter? I don't know. I think it's hilarious. I've never gotten anything like this, so you guys let me know. So thank you for watching, and I'm out.